Hey guys, today we'll be creating this Mother's Day cake with rice paper accordions instead of wafer paper. So the process is very similar. These are much more durable though, and they're actually a lot more fun to work with. This is just water with turquoise gel food color. I've cut a rice paper in half. These are just the regular ones that you can find from your local grocery store. Leave it in the water submerged for about 10 to 15 seconds. And then wrap it up in some baking paper. You'll want to leave about 1 centimeter at the base, so the straight side, and then you want to cut the sides down until they are even with the very edges of your semicircle. From one end, start folding it, turn it over, fold it again, and you're basically creating an accordion fold. At the base, so where the straight side was, you can put a little peg to hold it closed. Do fan it out beforehand though, just to make sure you give it a nice shape. Pop it into the oven to dry for about 1.5 hours, your lowest temperature with the door open and the fan on. So you're basically just drying them, we're not baking them. After 1.5 hours to 2 hours, you should have a little something like this. They are completely solid and dry. However, they can be fragile, so be very gentle with how you unravel the baking paper. Create at least 10 of them if you can, just in case they break when you apply them to the cake. And then in the meantime, while they're drying off, you can decorate your cakes. This is a 4-inch cake that I've already stacked and crumb coated. I'm applying a final layer of frosting in dark chocolate ganache with a touch of buttercream running through it. I start at the top, make my way out to the sides, and then I'll smooth it out with an acrylic scraper. I sell these on my website, rosiesdessertspot.com. Take a large spatula, swipe in from the top, and then pop your cake into the freezer for about 15 minutes. In the meantime, you can work on your bottom tier. This is a 7-inch cake, I believe. And I'm just applying some buttercream with the turquoise color that we had before. So basically you want your bottom tier, or wherever your folded rice paper is going, you want it to be the same color, and that way if you do see through between them, it's a little bit more camouflage and a lot more forgiving. Once you've smoothed it all out, you can start applying your now dry rice paper accordions, or rice paper flags. Let's call them rice paper flags. I didn't pop my cake into the fridge like I usually do. I wanted the buttercream to remain soft and wet, and that way it all just stuck together. After 15 minutes or so, the outside should be nice and solid. You can take a large blush brush and some edible luster dust and a metallic finish and just pounce it all over. Use any excess that's fallen to the cake board and just brush it back onto the cake. That way you don't waste your luster dust. When it's all covered, give it a once over, just back and forth to get rid of any excess. And then take a really thin, sharp spatula or knife to release your cake and the cake board that's underneath it from that temporary board that we had. You want to place this onto your cake. Just make sure that you have some bubble tea straws or dowels inserted, cut flush with the top, and then you can gently place it on the cake. Usually this is a seamless process, but I just did not want to get off the spatula, so I had to use a knife here just to kind of help the process along. You can clean up the edge with a ribbon or just kind of gently peel off the buttercream that's raised. And then for the final decoration, I've added some Maltesers that have been covered in the same luster dust, and some flowers that I have washed thoroughly and dried on a towel, and sticking them to the cake with a little bit of buttercream. I do remove these before serving the cake, and if you want to take it one step further, you can cut off the buttercream where they touched the cake. Totally up to you. For the topper, this is an engraved plaque that I've created. I do sell these on my website as well, and I can link that in the description box below. Add some flowers on top to finish off the whole look, and your cake is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this cake decorating tutorial and give it a go. The accordion rice paper is awesome to make. You can make them heaps in advance as well, even up to a month in advance if you like. That's it. Feel free to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again in the next one.